Hey guys, Sparks back with another Goddess of Victory Nikke video, and the developers just dropped a massive news bomb on us. This is probably the most exciting developers note we have gotten yet. This is kind of a special edition that they are dropping on us because we just recently got one like 2 weeks ago, and I think we're getting the August one early, or possibly this is just an extra developers note. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. So August 3 improvements. It says, like was promised in the previous developer's note, we have fixed the random pattern issue and stopping the automatic attacks in solo raid. Okay, so one of the issues that was really brought up by a lot of players with the blacksmith raid is that there were a lot of random patterns, and so if you wanted to get a really high score run, you just had to keep restarting until you got a good RNG run. So it looks like they're going to be addressing that. And then some of you might remember against some of the bosses, when certain conditions when certain conditions happen, your units will just stop shooting at things. Like this would happen with Material H and some other bosses. If there aren't specific targets out there, sometimes your units will just stop shooting, and so it looks like they are going to be addressing that as well. Okay, moving on. Let's see. Oh, the frames. The frames is the next thing. Okay, so we are going to have the batch of people that are going to get the cool frames expanded. So previously, the rates for getting the frame 3 was only top 1%. That's now going to be the top 3%. And the frame 2 is going to be 5%, and now it is going to be the top 10%, and then frame 1 is going to stay at top 30. So definitely going to be more excessive. You're not going to have that really tiny percentage players that are going to get the really cool frames, so that is pretty cool to see, and I think this does still keep it quite exclusive, so those that are very competitive shouldn't feel like it's really getting that watered down. At the same time, we enhanced the ease of play of challenge mode in all events, enabling quick battles in cleared stages. We hope this allows everyone to enjoy the events more easily. So that's cool. That's always great. Whenever you can do a quick battle on something that you've already done, I think we all appreciate that. Improvements under discussion and ongoing fixes. So these are things that might not happen right away here in August, but like September going forward, but are already planned on being worked on or in the works. And this is where I think some of the really exciting stuff is happening here. He says, allow me to introduce some ongoing improvements. First, we are exploring a system wherein the union leader is succeeded by another member when the leader does not log into the game for a long time. So this is something that's done in a lot of other games. This is thankfully not a thing that is a problem with my union. I'm the union leader and I play every single day, but I can definitely see some people being stuck in unions where maybe some of the members are active, but then the leader for whatever reason quits the game, and then they're like stuck there with them being the leader. So I think this is a really important thing to have some type of timeout, whether that happens in a week or 2 weeks or whatever it is they want to do with that. There should definitely be a system. So big improvement there. We are also discussing some improvements to some inconvenient aspects in battle to control the situation where it is difficult to aim due to the animation when the boss target appears in the normal stages. And I think it's talking about how the screen will kind of like zoom up as like the boss is jumping in. I'm not entirely sure what they're talking about there, but it's making it difficult to actually aim, and there are definitely multiple instances I can think of in Nikke where things are happening on screen where then you just like can't see properly. So if they're making any improvements to any aspect of that, I think that is definitely great, and they're going to give that the possibility to switch on and off. And now here's a huge one. We're also developing an on-off function of the blur effect that occurs outside the scope area when using sniper rifles. This is a huge win for the community. We all wanted this. We're like, we have all these amazing waifus with these amazing skins. We got like Helm in her New Year's dress. We got Nihilister. And then when they're shooting, we can't even check out their, better assets because it's all blurred out except for in the scope. So this is something that I think we've all been requesting, and it's really great to hear that the developers are listening. Comment below. Let me know just how big of a win is this. I think this is a massive W, and we're all super happy about that. Okay, moving on. As promised before, we are also discussing the regrouping cycle of Special Arena. So after confirming the improvements directed in detail, we will inform you through the developers' notes in the future. So I know there's still some people not quite happy with how they're getting matched up, or the difficulty of matches that they're having, so they are trying to improve that. And then he says, thank you for always sending us various feedback regarding the game. If you encounter any other inconveniences, please reach out to customer service. That may or may not be terribly helpful, but that's there. And then sanction against macro program use. This is another huge one, guys. So I'll just read this word for word. You guys know my opinion on this. This has been an issue that many members of the community have talked about, and now we are getting some really direct commentary on this, even though this is already kind of in the terms of services. I made a whole video on whether it's cheating or not, link to that down below if you want to check that out. But we'll read the new statement on here specifically about macros. Macro is a convenient device that unleashes great performance beyond what regular gameplay can achieve and diminishes fatigue from battling. However, we believe that it may harm the essence of a shooting action game like Goddess of Victory Nikke. Using external programs may make the game feel meaningless to commanders who do not use them. As such, we'd like to inform everyone that we have formulated policies to sanction the use of macros. To detect the use of external programs in a timely manner, we are also limiting the use of emulators aside from the official PC version. We ask for your understanding regarding this as we delve deeper into the internal discussions about the technical and policy matters. There have been delays in providing an explanation for policies about macro. To express our sincere apology, we will give out rewards to all commanders. The details will be shared in another announcement for your reference. I think that this is massively important. Just to give my quick commentary on this, I said it completely invalidates competition and any flex that comes with earning those extra frames and things like that. And I think this is just something that we all really need and is definitely good for the health of the game. We'll have to see how certain people who are using macros respond to this. It'll be interesting. But I'm so glad that we have gotten a really direct response about this. So thank you, developers. Okay, moving on. For the August event, see you again. We're about to get our summer part 2. This is super exciting. We're getting Summer Anise, Summer Helm. They look super spicy. I will definitely be pulling for them. Of course, more information on all their skills and summon videos and all that coming later. Big hype. But the really cool thing about this is that we are getting full voice acting for the event. This is something that we saw in Overzone, and I just think it massively increases the production values, and I think the voice acting is a very strong part of Nikke, and it's great to see that coming to the second half of the summer event in See You Again. We're super hyped for them, super hyped for the units, and we'll get to hear them throughout the entire story. So again, thank you, developers. This is really, really cool news. We definitely appreciate that. What else? We have also prepared new contents, barbecue activity, Kraken, and short animation and background music that allows you to bask in the summer vibe. So more just summer content, mini games, it sounds like, more good music. OST always slaps in Nikke. This is all massively good stuff. And August event introduces the Modernia special. So thank you for waiting patiently. Modernia's costume and the 5 character avatar frames, which we've promised everyone before, will be available upon login during the event that begins on August 24. So we are getting our community voted special Modernia skin along with the runner-up avatar frames. This is super cool. Very exciting to see what the final product looks like. This Modernia's costume will be provided as a unique level costume, which includes a character cutscene. Very cool. This is far more than they had to do, but than just giving us a skin, and a short story about the costume. We hope these become a present and an event that will bring you happiness. Yes, I'm sure it will. Thank you so much, developers. Lastly, I won't read this all word for word, but he says, I've always been trying my best to give everyone a pleasant experience from the perspective of game development and service provisions. He says, I'm human. He knows he's made mistakes. He is working on it, trying to improve it, and just really kind of shows how much he cares about this project and how much the people who are working on this game are working hard on it and trying to improve it. And I think we've already seen many examples of them responding to feedback, and honestly, even without feedback, providing us with very high quality product, despite having some rocky areas at some times. I think Nikke is something really special and something that I look forward to having a long life and long future, and I plan to continue being an official content creator for as long as I can, and just a player enjoying it. So thank you so much for watching. I will be streaming later tonight. Of course, every Monday and Wednesday night is my normal streaming schedule on both YouTube and Twitch. And I'll catch you guys in the next video.